Alright everyone, stay tuned till the end of this video. I have a new ticker symbol to share with you guys that you won't want to miss, part of the EV sector. Now, it's not an EV car or EV maker, but it's going to play a big role in the EV car components and sector overall. I believe that this is something that a lot of investors are overlooking and not realizing that there could be a lot of EV makers out there, but there are certain things that make the EV cars what they are. So stay tuned till the end because this is a ticker symbol you definitely want to add to your watch list. Alright everyone, here we are with ticker symbol Nndm, Nano Dimensions. And before we jump into this chart, I want to say welcome to all the first time viewers and investors. Welcome to the channel, Invest for Tomorrow. To all the subscribers, welcome back. And as we jump into this chart, I do want every single investor and viewer to be aware that towards the end of this video, there's a short clip from yesterday's video, if you haven't had a chance to watch it, where I talk about how I picked stocks. And I really want every single investor and viewer to come across this video at least once. Now, if you can't watch the full video, stay tuned till the end because there's a short clip about this video towards the end of it. And we're going to look at some ticker symbols that we've mentioned in the last couple of weeks leading up to this point and how they've reacted in the upside up to $10 per share, right, on each of them. Now, in this video, it's a welcoming video to all first-time viewers and a must-watch to all subscribers. I want every single subscriber to at least once see this or at least the short clip towards the end of this video so you can know how intentional I am about sharing these ticker symbols towards the end of the videos. And a lot of people are overlooking it, and I don't want any single investor to miss out on opportunities, the knowledge, and enlightenment that I'm sharing with every single viewer. So stay tuned for that. So here we are with Nano Dimensions moving slightly sideways, right? But it touched a new low today, which is very interesting here at this point, right? Lowest point here was 14.19. We want to keep that in mind moving forward. So let's see how ARK has reacted. So ARK Invest yesterday and ARK W had 4,444,574 shares. Well, from yesterday to today, right, and ARK W, they have 4,504,922. And to show you guys, yesterday that was the 4th, and today is the 5th. So they went up by a total amount of 60,000 shares here with ARK W. Now, from yesterday to today, right? Yesterday 2.4, today's 2.5. On ARK Q, they went from 7,005,747 shares to 7,182,363. So when you do the math, they have bought over 180,000 shares. Well, actually more than 180,000 shares. A total amount of almost 240,000 shares in total here with these purchases. So they're being very bold now. Like they were like shaving off and so forth. And now they're like loading up again. And now it's moving sideways. Either they're seeing an opportunity or they're kind of understanding a little bit more what Nano Dimensions is trying to do with the merger. And then also the vote is coming up and they're not too scared about it anymore. Or they just believe that these prices are phenomenal right now because there's so much more upside anyways in the near term or in the long term. So loading up over 200,000 shares is a pretty bold statement here from ARK Invest. And it was interesting to see them unload in the last couple of days for the first time in months. But here we are with them continuing those bold statements loading up on shares. So our support level here is 14.52. Current price per share is 14.90. So if this gets closer to support and it gets broken through, the next point would be down here at that low that we mentioned earlier. And right now it's showing 14.19, 14.20, give or take. Now, if this gets broken through, you want to watch carefully how the stock is reacting, how quickly is it moving to newer lows, or are the bulls trying to reappear and bring this back up? Super important for every single investor to be aware of that. Now, there's some momentum that has built here after hours, and the 50-day moving average is 1502. That's what the bulls really want to break through. That's their true goal. Now, our resistance level here is not that far above the 50-day moving average, and if the bulls accomplish this, they're pulling further away from the 50-day moving average, and they can work their way up to newer highs and new resistance levels. So the bulls definitely want to break through this resistance of 1516, turn it into a support, and work their way up to newer highs. So I want every single investor and viewer to be aware that this resistance level must be broken through for the bulls to start gaining some leverage and momentum upwards and pull further away from the 50-day moving average. As always, if you found this video helpful and informative, please do so and subscribe. Don't forget to click on the bell to turn on all notifications and not miss a single video that I post. Share this with your friends and community, and stay tuned till the end because there's a lot of information I want you guys to not miss, and I want every single investor and viewer to be aware of. And smash that like button if you found value and you found this video helpful. Thank you. All right, everyone, welcome to another video here with Invest for Tomorrow, and I hope that from this video you guys all learned something new. And this is a video to confirm to you guys my intentionality when I share ticker symbols towards the end of every video and every single day. Now, every first time viewer coming across the channel, this is also a welcome video to every single viewer and to every subscriber, welcoming you guys back, okay? So I want you guys to be aware that this is a welcome video and also a video so that you guys know my purpose and goal here with the YouTube channel to help every single viewer and investor maximize profits and minimize losses. Now, I'm very intentional on that, but I'm not guaranteeing you guys that you're going to maximize profits or even minimize losses. But I am here to share with you guys opportunities, and I'm not here to tell you guys to buy, sell, or hold any positions on any of the videos or ticker symbols that I talk about. I'm just here to enlighten you guys and share with you guys knowledge and things that I come across, because when we're all caught up in the hype, we forget about that the stock market isn't just 10 ticker symbols. It's not just 20 ticker symbols. It's 7,000 different ticker symbols, and they're all doing something different and growing at different rates. So this is one of them that I talked about in a video, and I've realized that when I do individual videos, they get overlooked, and even when I'm talking about them towards the end of the video, because when you're focused on just looking for the ticker symbol and the chart analysis and the due diligence that you want as an investor, I completely get it. We're tight on time and we want to do as much research as we can for the next trading day, but you guys are sometimes overlooking opportunities. So I really am here to vocalize my intentionality, my purpose, my goal, and why I do this for you guys, okay? I want every single investor to know that I'm passing on an enlightenment to everyone, okay? I want to enlighten everyone on certain ticker symbols that everyone's overlooking, and then I'm seeing potential. And it's usually opportunities. I'm not going to hit home runs every single time, but for the most part, they usually move up because of different reasons. So, American Well is a company that has to do with telehealth. That's revolutionizing. So that's just the summarization of this company. You have to do further due diligence, and I want to kind of make this a quick and short video. I talked about it here. It fell lower. I said we needed to watch for a pullback, and it did, and it ran all the way up to $43. So even if you cut it at the peak of when I talked about it, it still was up $13. If you cut it at the bottom, it was up $18 almost. So very interesting stuff. Now, the other one that I talked about in conjunction with this one in the same video is ALGM, and this is another ticker symbol that when I talked about it was at 24, hit a peak here of $34, fell back down, and now it's running back up to 31. Now, you need to look at what's your position and what's your purpose with any ticker symbol. Is it a short-term goal or a long-term goal? If you're long, I talked here and I reiterated, this could be an opportunity to get out and just go ahead and cut those small losses here of profits and cut out with the small profits that you already got per share. Or you load up on more because you're going to ride this to the next newer levels and resistance levels if you believe in the company. Obviously, you have to do your due diligence, but this is in the automotive industry, working with sensors and autonomous driving. That's a big deal moving forward, right? So let's talk about a ticker symbol that I want to share with you guys, and it's a big player in the EV sector. So a lot of us think about, right, the EV cars. Well, I'm going to share with you guys the ticker symbol that's VALE, and this is going to play a big part in the whole entire EV makeup, because they are going to have part of the market share when it comes to having the raw materials to build EV batteries. Okay, it's had a pretty big run recently, right? In the last several months, slight pullback. So I really want us to pay close attention to it. And when you zoom out, I mean, this is once up there at $37 per share. Now, I could see this continuing its momentum going into the era of EVs, and specifically this. I found this little article and this section of it. So it tells you a little bit of who they are and where they're from. But the biggest thing that they have a market share is getting, nickel, right? And they're the producer of nickel. And lithium is the secret sauce in, batteries. So why is nickel so important? Well, the latest versions of lithium-ion batteries used by EVs actually contain up to 60% nickel. So that's very interesting. More than 50% of the battery's makeup, even though lithium is the one that is essential, nickel is playing a big role. And this company is one of the largest, or one of the few, grabbing a market share in the nickel producer sector. So because nickel is more common than cobalt, another key metal used in batteries, researchers are working on pushing nickel up to 80% for next generation EV batteries. By the time you know it, nickel may be the whole battery, or almost all of the composition of the battery, because it's a raw material that is much more accessible and probably even more affordable, right? That's the goal. And then we'll have a slight percentage of cobalt, a slight percentage of lithium, and so forth. So with the rising demand for EV batteries, isn't just going to increase demand for lithium, it's going to push the demand for nickel. So this stock will benefit from the demand. I recommend doing more research and due diligence, but something that I've noticed is that sometimes we're too caught up in these car brands, and not every single car maker is going to make it. But you know what will make it? The batteries will make it. Doesn't matter what brand it is. Okay? The battery will exist, and these car makers will buy these batteries, and these raw materials will be used to make the battery. So that's a food for thought there. This is definitely one to add to your watch list. The ticker symbol is VALE, and I look forward to seeing your guys' thoughts on this one, and also what you guys think about the S&P 500 and the market slight correction or crash or slight pullback that we're going to see soon, according to analysis ratings and all the articles and everything I'm seeing everywhere. Very interesting stuff. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.